Welcome back. So I have some books for you, and it's probably going to be a two-parter. I have too many to go through in one setting. So I'm going to probably break it up into two, maybe three parts. Just out of respect for your time. So let's get right to it, shall we? The first book is going to be my new Rita Berman book. All right, so let's get to it. And there's a little page you can color right off the bat, a little octopus. And there's her little, page saying when it was published, etc. and all that. There's a nice little Mandela style scene. And if you see that I'm covering a part of the picture up at one time or another, it's just my effort to protect their work, because there are so many people out there nowadays that are just give them an inch and they'll take a mile, and the AI models will like steal images and things like that to train their AIs and whatnot. So it's just me trying to respect the dedication and the time that they put into this stuff. So having said that, that's just why I do that. Here is a great double page. Now, if you look at all this negative space, you could either leave it blank or you could add in a sky scene. There's just tons of things you could do. I love that she puts that negative space in. That is great. Here's another Mandela style picture with some seashells. This might be my favorite picture in the entire book, or one of them. And I would suggest A, getting this book, but B, coloring this with a kind of like a muted, like imagine it's underwater. You could reference some photos of how things look underwater. That's how I would kind of do that, because otherwise it's gonna look weird to me anyway. Wow, this page would take a minute, guys. Wowee. But I would start with the background, and I would put some masking tape around the edges of the Mandela, or the little magnifying glass images. I call them vignettes. And then just do whatever it is you're going to do. I will probably use like ink tints for these. And then as a side note, with the ink tints, make sure that you fully activate it, because if you don't, or you add too much, it's going to not stay permanent like it's supposed to be. So just a little side note, make sure you fully activate it. Trust me, I've had more than one picture messed up because I wasn't paying attention. But that is amazing. Wow. Okay. Wow. And you see how happy the fish look? If I had to swim in today's oceans, I would not be smiling like that. Oh. Wow. She's such a talent. And here's some more negative space to play around with. Like, some of her pages are really busy, but some of them are somewhat simple. I like that she sort of switches it up like that. That's cool. Whoa, Nemo! No, or maybe it's Nemo's dad. I don't know. Let me know in the comments, guys. It's been a long time since I've seen that movie. Do they ever mention the dad's name? Let me know, guys, because I don't remember. That would be fun to know that. Nah, the octopus. And he's holding on to like a little magnifying glass. There's little people in the submarine. That's so cool. I think these might be the only people in this entire book. I am not sure. I've only flipped through this once. So it's not like a new flip through, but close to. Wow, this is great. And here's all that negative space again. You could form a little line around this and make it like an actual handle if you wanted to. And put some like little glass around this. Like a little frame, not glass, like a little metal frame. And make it into an actual... Ooh! Hello! I just gave myself a great idea. Hey! Okay. Wow. Sea anemones, I think. Let me know if I'm wrong. This is great. Pufferfish. There's a big pufferfish. And here's more negative space for you to play around with if you want. I really like that she's doing that. I think these are angelfish, but I'm not 100% certain. Wow, that's pretty good. Cool. Wow, she's really just... Oh, there's like... I don't know if the camera's picking this up, but there's little houses inside the sea turtle. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, about 5 or 6 houses inside or on the shell. I'm not sure how you want to look at it, but there's houses. That's cool. This right here would make a great tattoo. Let me know if you think so. This would make an amazing tattoo, and so would this one actually. These both would make great tattoos. If I could, I would. This one especially. Wow. And you see, once again, she has negative space you could play around with. I'm enjoying that she's doing that. And you see how she did this to kind of fit over here? That's cool. That's very cool. Wow. This is cool. Her books are so much fun to look at. Sometimes I don't do very many pictures from them just because of how time consuming they can be. But they're definitely great to enjoy. Now we're talking negative space, guys. Look at that. There is a billion and one things you could do with an image like this. Wow. Look at all that negative space, guys. And you could add in some Zendoodle stuff on the waves if you wanted to. Wow. This is like almost like a blank canvas in a sense. That's cool. Lionfish. Yeah, don't touch the little tips of this right there. They are extremely poisonous. Just FYI. If you ever want to cross one and you're in the ocean, don't try to pick them up. They're very poisonous and very aggressive. Ah, this is cool, you guys. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Love this picture. Both of them. Again, you could put in some waves, underwater waves, or you can make it like the top part of the ocean is up here, and you could make some like sunlight rays coming through, you know? Man, there's just so many ways you can mess with this book. Let me make sure I'm not missing a page. Oh, and did you notice how thick the paper is? Her paper can take, definitely for sure, glitter pens, somewhat maybe like a water-soluble crayon. I would go easy on the watercolor though, and I definitely would not recommend alcohol markers because it's not one-sided. Definitely would not use those. Unless you don't care about the image on the other side, because it will bleed through, I guarantee you. Wow. Now this picture, I will probably never do this picture. I'm not a huge fan of wallpaper images. In this one, I might use it to practice like some things, but I'll be honest, that's not one of my favorite images. Let me know if you happen to like it. I mean, everybody's different, you know. And I do love jellyfish, though. If you have an image like this and you really don't want to do all of that's in there, just find yourself something opaque, like Caran d'Ache Neo 2s are generally pretty opaque. And you can just, or some acrylic paint, and you could just cover it up. I think this paper could take acrylic paint in moderate doses. I think it could. Don't quote me, I haven't tried it yet, but I think it could. Ta-da! Look at the octopus looking through the magnifier glass. Yeah, that's awesome. Again, more negative space for you to play around with. I love how she does her fish, honestly. They're just so cool. This one looks busy. Very, very busy. Ooh, this one's very interesting. Wowee, you guys. Now here's a picture I could actually have an absolute field day with. It's kind of like that wave one. All this negative space, you could add in other fish, you could add in some underwater waves, maybe like the other one, a top line where the surface kind of is supposed to be. Man, there's just so many things you could do with an image like this. It's absolutely, you could put little scales in the fish here. I mean, there's just a billion and one things you could do with a double page like this. It's nuts. Wow. I think I like this part better, though, if I'm being honest. If my throat says a little husky, I'm sorry. I'm having throat issues. I apologize, guys. Wow. Seahorses, I love seahorses. Ah, look, the squid's a painter. That's cute. Ah, sea lions. Or, yeah. And little penguins. And then we got the paper test, and then your little combo sheet, I guess. I'm not sure. Moldova. She was born in Moldova, and then she studied architecture and moved to Germany. So she does have an account at Rita.Berman. So there's that, and that's what the backside looks like. Here's the new book, which is Merry Christmas from Hanna K. And here is where I'm going to show you what I picked up last year and paid way more for it, but it was worth it. Look at that. Ta-da! We are going to contrast and compare these briefly so you can see the difference. And already it's pretty apparent, right? The yellow, the book, the English version, the ribbon is definitely more of a cream color versus here where it's, I don't know, it's hard to explain, maybe a flesh tone. What do you guys think? Because this to me is more of like the cream from Prismacolor or Faber-Castell Polychromos pencils. This is what this reminds me of. This kind of like eggshell. This reminds me of eggshell from Prismacolor. Now, the other difference I noticed right off is the tags. As you can tell, the gold is, I think, the same. Yeah, the gold's the same color, but the tags are completely different in some regards. This one obviously is smaller and is, you know, angled down and has, I'm going to assume it's either Dutch or Swedish, but I honestly don't know which. I apologize, I'm not sure. It's one of the two. And then obviously this one being in English, you can see that it's much, much bigger. Everything else looks roughly the same to me. If you guys see any differences that I've missed, feel free to let me know in the comments. Otherwise, it seems the same. However, here's another difference. You guys are gonna check this out. I'm gonna have to just show you one at a time. I don't have enough space on my desk, but you see for the Swedish version, it's just black right here, right? Watch this. Ta-da! This is the English version. Look at that. Here is the English version. And you can see that it has a different color entirely, and it has a little seeing euchre color, like a frame, versus that. That is quite a big difference. Yeah, that's wild to me. So, yeah, let's see if there's any other differences. I do like this color, by the way, sort of. It says it's FSC certified and other controlled material. And the reason why it says 2025 is because the English version wasn't released until this year. This version was released last year, and I paid to have it shipped from overseas, from her country. Well worth it. I will never actually color in this one though, which is why I bought, when the English version became available, I eventually got it. Because this one I'll color in, but this one's a collector's item. Because it's eventually going to go out of print. I learned a lot hard way with some of her other books that she tends to do this. She'll come out with the Swedish version, and then next year she'll come up with the English version. It's kind of interesting. So I don't see any other differences. Let's see. Except for the obvious being the language issue. Yeah. So far that's the same. So let's pull this out. Yeah, that's the same. Ta-da. So the pictures seem the same. I don't think the pictures have been altered. I think it's the same pictures. I just think this part right here is different. And, there's, again, the obvious language. And then this part, I think, is what's different. So, let's see. Let's go to the back. Yep, that's the same. And, yeah. Oh, my gosh. Look at that, you guys. Look at that, guys. Anyway, I don't want to leave it there too long. Some AI bot will invariably try to steal it. Wow. Okay, so everything else seems the same. Let's look at the back real quick. Aside from the bow color change, everything else and the language, it seems to be the same. So, oh, this is another thing that's different. This one says Tucken for, I don't know. It's where it's printed, I think, or who it's printed by, something like that. And then this doesn't say anything like that, so that's very interesting. So we're gonna do a quick flip through of that so you guys can see. Ta-da! I actually kind of like this. This is cool. I wish she did this in the other version. That would have been cool. We'll do a quick flip through of this. I think next to Johanna and Camellia d'Erico is another favorite. Monia Gates. She lives in South Africa. She's amazing. I have some of these people listed at the bottom. If you go to my homepage, I have several of these people listed at the bottom as like favorite artists that I like. So just feel free to check that out. Ta-da. Oh, look at that. Would take a minute, but it's gorgeous. Oh, man, it's good stuff. Look at all this amazing stuff. I know I did one of these pictures last year. I'm trying to remember which one. I like this. She has a church. Oh, look at this, guys. That could be so much fun. Wow. Ooh, that would take a minute. That's a busy, busy, busy double page, but amazing. Wow. You can see her culture is just woven throughout every image. It's really cool. Oh, this is cool. Guys, this one would be great if you just have like Johanna Bashford does this type of thing, where if you have, say, just, I don't know, half an hour and you just want to color really quick, something like this, just do one of these trees. You don't have to do them all at once. Anytime you get 25 minutes and you're bored, just do another one. Pretty soon then you can just throw a little background, you know, if you want. Just food for thought. Oh my gosh, you guys, look at all these amazing. Her stuff is phenomenal. Her and Clara Markova is another one that does not get enough recognition, even close. She lives in Czechoslovakia, and her stuff's amazing. And her books are very much collector's items. Wow. I want to do them all, like literally. I just want to do them all. Oh, wow. That's cool. Oh, look at the kitties. There's another little vignette type deal that you could do. That's adorable. Oh my gosh, you guys. Wow. Cool. That's cool. This is the one I did last year. Future me will insert a copy of it. Wow. I think that might have been the only one I did last year. Oh, look at that, you guys. Ooh-wee. I just want to do every last one of them. I'm not sure about this one, maybe, but wow. Yeah, that skater, I think that's the one I did last year. I didn't have that much time on my hands, so that one is amazing. Look at that. Wow. 2 little piggies. Aw. And they're got party hats on. Ta-da! And there it is. And we got more of this little frame deal. So there's that. This is her latest book. It just came out real recently. I was so excited when this came out, and I've not had the time to get to it, but look at the sparklies on it. And it's definitely in Swedish or Dutch. Please let me know in the comments if you guys know if this is like Swedish or Dutch. Please let me know. I honestly, I'm not a linguist, so because it really could be either. I think this is the publishing company. I saw this on her other book, the the Christmas one had this. So that must be their publishing company. Oh my gosh, you guys, look at that. And by the way, I am also working on one of the pictures from this book. I copied it onto some mixed media paper, and it is a work in progress. So, as you can see, like her other book, the Christmas one, this part is just black. I'm guessing the next one will be different here, like the Christmas one was. I cannot wait to find out. So we'll both find out. Anyway, let's go back to where it was. That's cool. This book is amazing. This is one of my favorite images. Absolutely one of my favorites. Get your little haunted, decrepit houses. This stuff is wild. I absolutely love it. Oh, and I must add, I almost forgot. The overseas books, they are a bit more because it's the shipping is what you're paying for. You know, it's coming from Sweden. So, you know, and what shipping costs these days for anything, it's well worth it though for me, because I will hold on to this and just color copies out of this one, and then do like I did with the Christmas one and actually color in that one. I learned my lesson with the Seasons book, which is now out of print. So. Wow, that's cool. Ah, gosh, she has a sense of humor too. Oh my gosh, you guys, this looks like it would take a long time because of all the tiny details, but it might not, because they are so tiny. You can go over them quickly, so it might not be as bad as it looks. That one's cool. That's very cool. That cat has one of the biggest heads I've ever seen in my life. Oh my goodness. Oh, look at the cute little pumpkin costume. You know, I'm just kind of wondering if they even celebrate Halloween over there. I don't know. A lot of other countries don't. This is the one that I'm working on. So, we're going to take a little detour. And I know you'll have to pardon the little whatever. If you would like me, I'm probably going to put some like little stars up here just to show some depth. But if you would like a tutorial, once I'm done with this background, if you would like a tutorial on how I did this background, please let me know in the comments. And I would be happy. It's not hard, guys. It's not hard at all. It's really not. It's not as hard as it looks. And you can add more depth to it by adding a little black or a little darker gray, like I did right there. It's really not easy. You know, I would be more than happy to do that. But that's the one I'm working on. Okay. Very cool. And the paper is, as always, very good. I mean, it's definitely A-grade paper. A two-headed raven. Okay. This one could be fun. Definitely. That face on her is hilarious. I love it. Oh my gosh, you guys. Look at this. The flowers have like eyes. Oh my gosh, you guys, that could be so much fun. This was great. Hands down, one of my absolute favorites so far. For the creep factor is like a 10. I mean, it's not beauty of horror creepy, but it's cute and creepy, kind of. That's cool. Wow, this would definitely take a minute. This is a very busy double page, but it's also very cool. That's cool. This is great. This book is so good. That'd make an excellent necklace. This one, I'm definitely putting this one on watercolor paper. Straight watercolor paper. And I'm gonna go crazy with that one. Maybe this one too. And no, by the way, I did not use that to do that. But very cool. I like that. Snails with bat wings. So good. That's cool. That's very cool. Who am I kidding? They're all cool. Wow, I like that one. Whoops. Page doesn't want to turn. There we go. This is also one I've been contemplating doing. Nah, with a kitty. It's like Pet Cemetery type kitty. If you know, you know. You know what I should have done is done a witch hat count for this book. There's a lot. I should have done a witch hat count. I think there's about 6 or 7, if I'm not mistaken. I see there's some more. I don't think witches these days really wear hats like that anymore. I mean, I wouldn't know, but I don't think so, honestly. That's cool. That would take a minute, even though they're small. If you had 10 minutes to sit down and color, these little type deals right here would be absolutely perfect for that. Oh my gosh, I love this one. Till death do us part gives it a whole new meaning. Aww. Put them bow. Oh my gosh, that's cute. Whoa. Hounds of Hell, maybe? Oh, that's cool. I don't remember that one. There it is, guys. There you have it. And then we got everything in the original language. As you can tell, I've already sort of messed it up a little, but oh, I'm trying very hard to keep it in as pristine a condition as I can. A, because of what I paid for it. Her books from overseas, if you combine the shipping, it was between $50 and $60, I believe. Somewhere in that, but that includes the cost of the book and shipping from Sweden. You know, Clara Makova's books are kind of about the same, FYI. Maybe a little more because Czechoslovakia. But, yeah. I hope you guys really enjoyed that. And again, if you would like to see how I did that background, let me know in the comments, guys. And as always, stay safe. Have a blessed one. Be kind to each other. I love you all, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.